Loaded.
Back again.
Let's just pretend like that didn't happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back to another episode of the Energizer Podcast, your favourite podcast. Yeah. Today we're here with your boy T.
Myself, Ty.
And we got our brothers in the building, man. We got our brothers in the
We
building.
don't even need an intro at this point.
We call them purpose-led. You guys might call them purpose-led, but I call them my brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's my brothers, man.
Yes.
How you guys feeling today, man?
Feeling good, man. Hey, bro, once again, this is our first time in this building, right? This beautiful place, man. It's beautiful to see that it's all come to pass, man. I mean, we all saw the Snapchats, we all saw the story, we all saw the grinding, the hard work, the grit. And to see the manifestation of it right in front of our eyes is beautiful to see, man.
Thank you, my
And
brother.
even before we get to the episode, guys, hard work, faith, and consistency, you can do everything, man. This is literally just the blueprint to show you guys it can be done.
Absolutely. I walked in, I said, Tay, what, with your bare hands?
Your bare hands,
Man, damn.
Wow.
This is what you said, bare hands, this?
Damn.
Like Franklin says, brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
Built this brick by brick.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Well done, man. Proud of both of you for building what you built. I'm proud of you for building
This is all him, bro.
I'm saying the podcast, but then building it physically
I got
here
them
as
will have
well.
his moment, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, this is all of our moments, man, because we're all on greatness, bro.
Yes, yes, we
You
are.
understand? We're all
Yes,
on
we are.
greatness. And I said this to you the other day, like, these are the foundations of our success, bro. And it's crazy because in a couple of years, like, we're gonna look back and say, "Rah, like, remember back then when I just built the office?
Yeah.
Remember back then when we all just started the podcast and look where we're at now." You know what I'm saying?
It's beautiful, man.
So it's foundations, man, but over everything, it's more like gratefulness. Like,
Yeah.
I'm grateful, bro, because all of this stuff here, like the office and all the hats and whatever, even just sitting down with the man, and I'm gonna get to that after, yeah. But these things, prayed for this, bro. Like I prayed for this. You know what I'm saying? So,
Deeper ones.
now that we're here,
Deeper ones.
deeper ones. Now that I'm here, it's like I've got to live in the moment. I've got to take it in. You know, when I come in here in the morning, I think, wow, like, bro, a couple months ago, this was mud and dirt. Now I've got my space, you know what I'm saying? Man, I can come here and have. I know this conversation is going to be deep.
Oh, deep
I don't know.
ones.
Let's unravel the food, man.
let's get the food out.
Man, I can't be waiting for this one, Steve.
But listen, shout out our sponsors every time. Chicken
time,
Kitchen. You know we had to come through and get the dump. Well, I didn't get no dumpling burger.
Neither did I, bro. I'm a change.
I got a wrap today.
Chase bad,
I'm a
yeah.
wrap today as well.
First time you guys
Healthy.
First time, bro.
First time, yeah. So we always say to our guests, we want you guys honest, real opinions. So if you guys don't like it, then tell us. You guys will like it 100%.
Fried barbecue.
That was me.
Is that you?
Yeah, thank you.
Jerk barbecue.
No, it's that barbecue one.
This is fried
There's
barbecue.
a jerk barbecue and a fried barbecue.
I got barbecue one.
Well, if you want fried barbecue,
Oh wait, no, is it barbecue? Oh
There's
no.
barbecue jerk and fried barbecue.
I got fried.
Yeah, I'll
They're
take this
both
one.
flame, trust me. You got the grilled wrap, innit?
Wait, which one's hotter?
Oh no! What? Ketchup. Now give. I might have ketchup over
Bro,
there.
this guy's a child, bro. Man's building a studio office in one hand and taking out letters in the other hand, bro.
Bro, I need my ketchup, man. I can't eat without my ketchup.
Wait, Ty, which one's hotter? Is it fried barbecue?
The jerk
or
one's hotter.
Oh yeah, right. So you got the right one then.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shito.
Stacey got the free. What does that mean? You bring me
Shito. It's like
Garden
a
delicacy.
yeah.
That was Garden inside, man. Shout out to Shito, like, about to get shit up after, you know what I mean?
We went to a Ghanaian restaurant one time. Rob brought us there, like the guys, and then I had it. No, actually, I had it at your yard for the first time.
Yeah. All those years ago, bro.
I was like, this is spicy, boy. So
you know
that's
what,
why it reminded me of that.
I remember, I never forget we done the wisdom.
Wings
and wisdom.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Let me know if you've seen that episode, you're a real one, comment, man.
LT, yeah, put in a clip of me rubbing my nose and scratching my hair. Because I swear down, every time I eat spicy food, yeah, my hair starts itching, my nose starts running. It's long, man.
Yeah, that
was that chicken.
No, that was the separate one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Man.
You tried it?
No, I smelt it.
So I got a couple things I wanna.
Mutton in here, it's long.
We'll get into that, man. You man just enjoy. I know your phone, please, my brother, because I got a couple things on the list that I want to actually run the man them through that I'm interested in touching on still. So
This is nice, by the way.
it is nice.
Nice still.
Loud out the sponsors, man.
You can keep him.
Big them up, man. After you finish, we want a proper review. You know what I mean? So you man just dig in.
And the drink as well. Don't forget about the drink.
that thing's sweet. So cool,
beautiful, man.
It's leg in it. I can't lie. Like, I can have. What is this? Fruit punch.
It's got
It's
raisin.
like a Kool-Aid kind of alcoholic.
I'll play with you.
Okay.
Bro. He said jigging it a bit too quick. Like, yeah.
Very nice.
No, it's not alcoholic.
But aye, so what? That man, how's life though, for real? Like, I know we had a little catch up outside of the pod and stuff and that, yeah. I'm gonna start with you, John. How is life? Like, for real, how is life, man?
The ketchup, bro. Thank you, bro.
Life is good. Life is good because I'm seeing the fruits of my labour start to come. I'm expanding the team now. We have a team of 5 in my personal business. Not many people know, but I do actually have like my own business. It's a thought leadership agency, so I help B2Bs become thought leaders in their niche, which means like kind of celebrities in their own niche, right? Gemfluence, that's another one.
Ooh, the multi-business man there.
So there's basically 3 main things I do. PurposeLed with Rob, and then we can get into that a little bit later. And check out our podcast that we've done together on PurposeLed as well, and the one that we've done on the Energizer podcast. It was amazing. If I do say so myself. And then the third thing I do is a business with Austin. He's from the Gen Z Club, you might have heard of them. And we connect corporates with a Gen Z audience through marketing, essentially. But the main thing I focus on is my business, which is Re-Identify, which is the thought leadership agency, right? And then that's gone to about a team of about 5 people.
I've seen that on LinkedIn. You introduced and kind of like restructured the business and reintroduced what it was. So
Exactly, and LinkedIn's become very, very heavy.
we're gonna
as well.
touch on that.
Absolutely, and there's a big market on there for B2B business.
Yeah.
Big market, bro.
So why have you decided to target like on a B2B? Why not B2C?
Because number one, B2B has B2B budgets, which are a little bit
You
bigger.
know what I mean?
And I'm not
Everyone
trying
like
to
the cheddar cheese up there.
when it comes to B2C, I've done the B2C thing. Like I actually had a sneaker storage business. I'm not sure if I told you. Did I tell you? Right.
I've seen
Boxed
some.
Up.
Yeah.
And we actually struck that off recently. So we struck that off. So that's a failed business, essentially. Didn't really make a profit on that.
I know you're gonna
Let's
say
pause.
Talk to me.
So, on what basis are you saying that's a failed business? Like, why would you say it's a failed business?
Good question.
To the government.
Okay.
To me, it wasn't a failure.
Okay.
Because of the things that I learned through it. I learned big up Lewis, who I partnered with. Learned how to deal with partners. But so I started Boxed Up before I started PurposeLed. I started dealing with money between partners in a business sense, right? And this is a limited company, the first limited company I've ever set up. So there's a lot to learn about that. Another thing I learned is Her Majesty will always get her money, or His Majesty will always get his money, one way or another.
Facts.
And I learned a lot more about business when it became more legal, because this is the first company that I've done properly, right? But I also learned about the complexities of B2C, which is business to customer or business to consumer, right? And I learned about selling e-commerce, this, that, the other. And there's a lot of little sales. I wanted the bigger sales. The bigger sales from consistent clients rather than all these different people from all these different places. And I think there's a place for that, but I prefer to stick to the B2B side of things. Yeah. And I feel like my product and what I offer actually connects with the B2B audience more than the B2C one.
And also, even on to that, like, there's no shame in saying the commercials, like, it's obviously going to be more lucrative by charging to a business than charging to a solopreneur or a sole trader, sole trader, whatever it's called. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, as a business owner, one of your main goals is to maximize profits. So if you're seeing a pool of people over here who might be a certain demographic of target audience, but it comes with lower amount of budget and spend, why are you going to target the small pond when there's big fish over here? Literally, so there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like,
and when it comes to big fish, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's not like, it's almost like you're not trying to say, but it's good, bro, that you're doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're here, yeah, like B2B is the way forward. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Especially if you want to have a lucrative business, which is doing what it's doing, and you're getting the right rewards financially, spiritually, all of the rest of the stuff. That's the right move you had to go to. So I commend you for that still.
Appreciate you, bro. And that's another reason why I went for B2Bs is because they are bigger fish. And when it comes to bigger fish, you don't have to do that much to make them even bigger fish. So like,
What do you mean by that?
So like, let's say for example,
we just started, bro.
It must be the food, the big up in the kitchen. I'm amazing with these promos, you know. I'm amazing with them. So when it comes to, let's say for example, it's already a decent sized company, helping them do even better than they're already doing. So it's much easier to help a company who's already doing $1 million a month to do $1.2 million a month than getting someone an extra 200 grand when they make 20 grand a month, right? So it's a lot easier to push them forwards when they've already got momentum. So that's why I like to go to the B2B market of established B2B businesses. We've already got a little bit of momentum, help them go even faster. That's one thing I realise I'm better at. Or I can still do the thing of getting you off the ground, but there's a lot of groundwork that needs to be put in place, no pun intended. And you have to do that yourself. And you have to get off the ground in some way, and then that's not everybody's cut out for getting off the ground. So I'd rather be people who are just about to fly. Exactly, they're just about to fly, let me let them take off, let me help them take off. That's my thing. That's what I help them do.
That's right.
This is really good, by the way.
Yeah, this is proper, man. Like, all that nice spicy
If you lot think Container's been quiet, I'm tucking into my food. That's why I'm letting you lot talk first, man. So Rob, how you being, my guy, man? Talk to me. How you being, my boy?
Like, for real though.
And I don't want like a filtered answer. or a pod. Forget the cameras are here.
Yeah. Bro, I've got my cameras ready, bro.
There you go, man.
You better just hear, man, watching us. How am I doing right now?
Yeah.
You know what, bro? I'll have to describe my life in chapters, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm proud to say this is a season of reaping. So for the first 2 quarters of this year, I've just been sowing, bro. Sowing. Not many people know this, right? But from quarter 1 until now, until July, so quarter 3, every single day, I was just reaching out to people to see who wanted my product, who wanted my coaching product.
I rate that, you know.
Yeah, man. And what I do.
That's hard, you know. That's
Finish
not
off
easy,
with 5 and jump in.
And what I do, I help mid-level professionals accelerating their careers by enhancing their public speaking and presenting skills. Now, for 100 days straight, I reach out to people. And on that journey, I learned so much. I iterated my process so many times. John knows it. First of all, I started as a confidence coach. Then I started helping aspiring leaders. Then I realized that's too broad. Then I wanted to help executives. I said, nah, I'm not experienced enough yet. Even though I can help them, they don't take me in as much, right? And then I went to early professionals. I said, they don't really need my services of improving their public speaking. And then I finally found mid-level professionals. So even a quick thing for the people that you guys just here listening to us, right? One thing I learned through the process of just turning up and doing things is that you iterate in the process, you learn, you change. And the more you change, the more you get closer to your own goals. But I say all of that to say, in fact, do you have anything to say, bro?
I was going to say, what does that physically look like?
What?
I wanted to let you land, but what does that physically look like? You helping people with improving their public speaking and communication.
Okay, so that means helping them become more confident when it comes to speaking in meetings. It means helping them become more confident when it comes to stages, and essentially help them become more confident when it comes to their brand. And the reason why I'm so confident about this is because essentially, if you can't speak, you can't impact. If you can't impact, you can't leave and make legacy. In a workplace, if you can't speak, your income is completely capped. In fact, I talked to someone about this the other day. They said to me that your salary is capped by at least 20% if you can't speak. Why? Because you can't build a brand for yourself. You build a very good brand for yourself in the working world. You speak on the stages, bro.
We're gonna touch on that.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Do you know what I call him?
Corporate bully.
I call him a corporate bully, man. That's what he is.
Bro, that's it, bro.
He's a corporate bully, bro.
That's it, bro.
That's literally what he is.
That's it, bro, man. And I respect that big time, brother, man. So that's why I do what I do, right? But back to what I was saying, I like to chapter my life in seasons. This is a season of reaping, rather. Because I've been really putting the work in behind the scenes over these last few months now. And the funny thing is, people don't see this. They just see the successes now. And it hurts, man, because sometimes people's opinions and people's thoughts are like, how do you get this so fast? I'm like, if I'm reaching out to over 1,000 people, get 1,000+ no's, of course something's gonna land. And when one landed, the other one landed, the other one landed, the other one landed. And now, by the grace of God, I have 4 clients now.
Dope. And you know what, what I want to say about no's, I saw something that kind of changed my perspective now. I like to gamify this thing called life, innit? I feel like when I'm playing a game, I'm more incentivized to actually play it. Like, do you understand what I mean? Or find a hack to the system. And when it comes to no's now, I found something like that. So it's kind of like reversing the way that you see no's. Like, instead of you seeing no as a hard no, see no as a yes. And what I mean when I say that is, how about you say this to yourself? In order for me to have a good day, I need to get 10 no's. I need to get 10 no's. And that means you need to reach out to at least 15 people. Do you understand what I'm saying? But in the process of doing that now, not only are you learning and developing on your communication skills and your pitching skills, your selling skills, but then subconsciously, you're learning to appreciate the no's. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, when they get hit with that no, that's it. They're shutting down the shop, that's it. This ain't for me now. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if you learn how to appreciate those no's, and it sounds mad, but chase those no's, what you're gonna realize is you're actually hitting more calls than you thought you would have beforehand. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Heavy, bro.
Man, just kind of remixing it.
It's good.
The funny thing about that, right? Because I've had so many no's now, when I go to sales school to people and I'm explaining to them my process, I can explain it so confidently. So my numbers when it comes to sales is very good because ultimately I can sell my services so well because 1, I've iterated so many times. 2, I've got so many no's, and 3, I've had to really sit down by myself late at night, lights off. You know the ones there. Think about why am I really doing this? Deeper ones. You know like that, bro. So man. But I'm in a season of what's up? Thank you, bro. I'm in the season right now of reaping, but obviously I understand how life is. Life is like seasons, so I know it's gonna come time I need to sow again. But I'm okay with that, and I understand the spiritual laws behind it, man. Whenever you do sow, you will reap. I mean, the first time of my life, by myself. Because obviously when you sow in, for example, in education, you reap the results. But in my own personal life, this is the first time this has actually happened. And it's interesting because I saw a statement that said that life really begins when you're 21 years old, because that's when you finish education. And this is the first time in my life where I've actually learned for myself the spiritual law of sowing and reaping. And it's a spiritual law because you can be black, white, Asian, Caucasian. You practice this law, you will reap something. I sowed, I reaped. I sowed and I reaped.
You're reaping.
I'm reaping. And I'll be able to make thousands of pounds for it, man. You know what I'm saying? Glory be to God, man.
More to come, man.
Amen.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, big still.
Try
Yeah, man.
to chat to me.
You have to come back to me still.
I was there, man.
No, I'm ready still.
Talk to us, bro.
You know when you drink a drink and it just goes.
How am I?
Deeper ones, bro. Like, how are you really? And you know what I love? I love how the man them actually say how you really. Because you can't give. I'm good. What does that mean? What does good mean?
Oh, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
What does that mean?
Oh, I'm okay. What does that even mean, man?
If I'm being all the way a buck, like as I always keep it, man.
Always, man.
I'm not doing great. I've had better days. If I'm just being all the way real, vulnerable and real, yeah. Like, I don't mind saying this like on camera, whatever. I literally said this to all of you guys, and obviously Tay knows at the time when it happened. But I recently had a death in my family, innit? So my uncle passed away, and he passed away of cancer. And it was a very, I don't want to say it was traumatic, but it was a very, I don't even know how to word it. It was a life-changing experience for me, I'm not gonna lie. So to kind of recap and bring you through what happened, like my uncle, who is not my blood uncle, but it's like my mum's older sister, so my auntie, it was her ex-partner, and I've grown up with him, so that's my Uncle Tony, do you know what I mean? R.I.P. Always been in my life, do you know what I mean? And he's always been that active family relative, always been like, you know, in your family you have like that one member who's like, oh, if the light breaks, cool so-and-so, or if they paint needs to be done, cool so-and-so. That was him. So he's always, I always associate him with an active lifestyle. Long story short, he got diagnosed with cancer of the pancreas, and for me, like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like young people, or not even say young people, me, I didn't know what cancer was, I'll be real. Like, I knew what cancer is, it's a disease and people can die from it, but I've never had it in my circle or in my family. So it's something that you just look and be like, oh yeah, I've heard that so-and-so or family friends got cancer, hope they get better, etc. But I was there like with my uncle day in, day out at the hospice when he got moved from the hospital to the hospice, and I'm seeing
What's a hospice for people that don't know?
I didn't even know what that was either. So a hospital, you break your arm, you go to the hospital, it's like general life care, yeah, cool, for a range of different things. A hospice is end of life care. So it's like when you're towards the end of your life and the doctors think that there may not be anything that they can do to reverse that process, then you're getting moved to a hospice where it's almost like preparation for when you move on and transition to an afterlife, whatever, and you pass away. So when he got moved to the hospice, and this is something with myself, when he was in the hospital for like 2 weeks, my mum said, I'm going to see Uncle Tony, And in my head, I'm like, I should go and see him, but I know my uncle will be all right, man. Like, that's how I had in my head. And then I'd never even went to go see him at the hospital until one day my mum came home and was like, Uncle Tony's in a hospice, and I literally felt it myself, like, raw, like it's real, innit? Like, before I knew it was real, but I didn't think it was that real, do you know what I mean? And then I'm going to the hospice, and like I said, my uncle's always had a very active lifestyle, up and about, laughing, joking. Like, my Uncle Tony was always with a sound system, like always at Carney, that kind of man, active, yeah. So when I'm seeing him and his body's not looking how I picture my Uncle Tony, he's lost a lot of weight, he's not able to consume food. And what I've learned about cancer of the pancreas is that, and again, I'm not a biology man, so a couple people in the comments watching might be able to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that your pancreas is what connects like your digestive system to your, let's just call it the shitter, do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's the middleman, do you know what I mean, yeah? So where he's got a tumor on his pancreas, what it means is that when he's trying to digest food and drink, he's not able to consume and put anything down because the tumor's blocking the food from actually going in. So imagine like you're there day in, day out, watching your uncle throwing up, being sick, in pain, in and out of consciousness and stuff like that, yeah. And every day you're going there, it's like you're watching someone pass away, like in your eyes. Like, it was mad for me, I'm not gonna lie, like, it was a lot. And I've said to myself, like, through this experience, that like I'm not gonna shy away and like tell people, yeah, I'm good still. So if I'm being real, he passed away about 10-12 days ago now. I'm living with it, I've accepted it, and I have already felt like I was able to say my goodbyes to him when he was in the hospice, because like one night I told you, man, and I'm pretty sure I called Tay the day after, I stayed in the hospice the whole night, like slept there from like 9 p.m. till like 5:30, 6 a.m. because that night the doctors told us that he probably wasn't going to wake up. So I'm like, I want to be with him, do you know what I mean? Luckily on that day he didn't go yet, and then 2 days after is when he went. But I say all that to say, I was there from the whole process when it was end of life with him, day in at the
What do you learn about life in that moment in time, in that season?
That's deep. What did I learn about life? Something that I learned, what are you saying, my boy? Good. Something that I learned about life in that moment is that you can't take shit for granted, man. And what I mean by that is like, in the moment, my uncle's living such an active lifestyle that like he probably wasn't maybe looking after his health as good as he should have been, because he's probably thinking like how I was thinking, I'll be alright, Uncle Tony will be alright, it's not that deep. Does that make sense? But then what it made me realise, seeing him in the hospice, pardon me, is that nothing could really be done because it's already past a certain stage. And I think two things I've learned is, one, I know it's such a blasé thing, but don't take shit for granted, man. 3 things actually. Don't take life for granted no matter what age you are. The second thing is check on your elders. One thing that it made me realise is that now I've implemented it into my routine or my week. I go to my granddad's house from one day and I'll work there for the day. I work from home 4 days a week. Why can't I get out of my yard and go chill with my granddad? Because he's in a house by himself and he's an 80-something-year-old man. And that could be him, touch wood it isn't, but he's towards it, he's lived an extensive life, innit? So you don't know what tomorrow could bring. And I forgot what the third thing is, but those are the 2 main things I'll say I learned still.
2 very good things, bro.
So to conclude, sorry to go again, like I'm not my optimum, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably say I'm like a 6.6, but you know what I mean, you pull through. And
I rate how you added that little 0.1.
Yeah, I mean,
6.5.
Yeah, man.
But you know what I say about Ty, yeah, like,
That's life.
if I even touch on me, like Ty is the king of operating under pressure, fam. It's mad. Like he could, like him going through all of this now, yeah. Unless he told you, you wouldn't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like obviously, me and Ty do the podcast together. We speak daily and we work in the same place as well.
Yeah.
But while he's bopping through the corridors at work or he's speaking,
You don't work in the same place?
yeah, man.
Since when?
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that. Wait, hold on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're touching it?
Yeah, we're touching same company.
Since when?
Yeah,
Crazy.
What?
It's mad.
God works in interesting ways, bro.
It's mad.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
Was this recent?
Can't say
That's cap though, 'cause when we last saw each other at Nando's,
That's cap.
you went somewhere else.
Nah, I was there, bro.
Okay,
What do you say?
Just to briefly
Did I
touch
not
on
say
it.
that?
Then
I can't remember, but I've been there since January last year.
Bro,
So coming up to
marketing, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, there was. I think you did say that. No.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
But just to briefly touch on that, 'cause obviously
Yeah.
like sideball and that, yeah. We both work for an international marketing company called Dentsu, and then Dentsu is like a parent company, and they've got a whole range of subsidiary or whatever you want to call it, smaller agencies underneath them. And I work for, it's the same company.
Yeah.
I work for main Dentsu, and Tay works for a smaller agency, but it's still Dentsu. It's still part of the
So
same.
you work for the
Does that make
umbrella
sense?
one, and then
Yeah.
you work for one of the umbrella
Yeah,
companies.
yeah, but it's
Right.
still within the
It's still
same
within
thing.
Dentsu, yeah.
And that's probably why last time it may not have come across like it's the same, because
Yeah.
the names, he might
It's
say
different,
specific
yeah.
agency, different name to here. Does that
Under
make
the
sense?
same umbrella.
Makes
That
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, but just touching on what I was saying about Ty,
Yeah.
like he's the bounce back king. I'm not gonna lie. Like you can go through a mad situation, but you wouldn't know. You just operate under pressure. That's what I'm saying. So I'm glad that
Appreciate it, man.
you use this platform to get out there because it's not easy to do.
Yeah,
That, you know what I'm
man.
saying?
And I feel like, thank you, bro. I appreciate that still. You got to lean into things, man. And you know what? One thing I've learned about myself is I'm tired of like you said, I'm fine, I'm okay. I'm not okay. Like I've had better days. Not to say I'm here bare tearing up and that, but like, you know what I mean? I'm grieving, and it's okay to be grieving rather than how I used to operate. It's like, nah, brush it, I'm fine, carrying with my day. But it's alright to have a lazy day. It's alright to just feel, you know what I'm trying to say?
Deep
Yeah,
ones, man.
I
You know,
appreciate that still.
That's what Tay was saying earlier as well. Like it's okay to take some to damn.
My bad.
That's
Your bad.
my bad. Actually, that's my bedtime. My bedtime alarm.
We're filming this podcast late. This is the latest podcast I've ever filmed.
Say swear.
Yeah, bro.
What was the latest you filmed? It must have been to the morning, bro.
Bro, we
It must
film
have
our
been to the
podcast
morning.
early in the morning, like 11, 12.
Yeah.
Energy.
Energy, right?
Yeah.
Well, my energy's up right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Because we're the opposite, bro. We're talking 12 a.m., 1 a.m.
Is it?
Yeah, been into West, just down the road from here.
Damn.
And we had to drive all the way down to Southeast.
That's crazy.
But it's not too bad.
Rate the grind.
It's an
Only
hour,
40 only
an hour
45.
drive. No, it's an hour drive. Bro.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's an hour.
You're driving.
I'm talking, man.
Listen, man's it.
You know, he's an hour.
Yeah, he's talking, man. But you know what? Even on that note there, man, like as much as I've been in a season of sowing, I keep on saying sowing and reaping. Nah, I've been mourning myself actually, man. One of our friends, she passed, and I can't lie to you. I just feel so sad, man, because well, you know when the Holy Spirit tells you to reach out to someone, he just didn't reach out, fam. And then you go on your phone, you're like, what? Deeper ones, man. It's teary one. The way me and this girl, oh, bro, even got back to our chat. Which you probably shouldn't do, to be fair. Look at our chat, she's telling me how she says, she's like, oh, I can't, like, thank you for your advice, Rob, I can't wait for me to go down the tech pathway, thank you for your encouragement. And then I'm just like, wow, man, like a year later, it's not, and it just goes to show that life is so fragile, man. Yeah. And what you said in the cut earlier on today is so deep, man. And I'm gonna sit on that, like, you spoke about how it's okay not to have your best days at all times. Because ultimately speaking, there's seasons in life, man. There'll be good times, there'll be high times, but as long as you're making more progress than you done last month, you're doing something right. Like, we beat ourselves up so much in life, but realistically, if you're alive, you've got more breath in your lungs to live. And if you have more breath in your lungs to live, that means you have more things to do. And now she's passed now. Can never talk to her again. It's super sad. But ultimately speaking, yeah, it just hurt me, man, because I'm like, damn, should have spoken to her more at that time, man. Because she was the sweetest girl, man, supportive, always support. She was at our first event.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace, man.
Eternal peace, man, bro.
Rest in peace.
And it's mad, yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Another thing added on to that, like, we're kind of in the same boat, but different, because that's a close friend of yours, and obviously my uncle's obviously my uncle, different age groups, etc. But the loss still holds an enormous amount of weight, you know what I mean? And it just goes to show that, like, life really isn't promised, man. And like, you often think like, oh yeah, I feel like, especially as us, kind of our age group being young, we think like, oh yeah, like, death, yeah, it's there, but like, that's only like our great grandparents, or it's an old people thing, you know what I mean? But you wouldn't associate with someone who's our peer to have lost their life, do you know what I mean? Or like, I had that back end of last year, you know about that, yeah, in my local area, something happened, yeah, someone lost their life, and like, it's proper like, shooks you up almost, and it just like a bit of a, not a wake up call, but like, death can happen to everybody and anybody at any given time. Doesn't matter time, race, ethnicity, locate, anything. Do you know what I mean? So you have to just really take every day as it comes. And people say live every day like it's your last, but like, why are you holding on? That's something again I've realized. Yeah, like, imagine my uncle or your close friend who's passed away, for example. Yeah, all the grudges or things that they may have not chosen to do, and now they are not able to do. Does that make sense? And we're here sitting on stuff that we would like to do, and there's other people who don't have a choice to anymore. Does that make sense? That's what I think about.
One of the biggest things I learned through the situation, right, is when it comes to like prejudices and just looking down on people, it's ridiculous. But ultimately speaking, at one point in time, not everyone's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Treat people like, you know when it says treat people how you like to be treated. Everyone has limited time, days on this earth. Why are you treating people differently because of their this or their this or their that? Treat everyone the same. Operate like that, and you'll be able to live a more fulfilling, satisfying life. Because ultimately, we all live, we all die, we all cry, we all have highs and lows together. So why treat people differently? Like, the world sometimes tries to put people in boxes, or you're black, you're white, but who cares?
We're human, bro.
Or who cares? Like, we put all these human things in place, but ultimately we all live, laugh, die together. Why are we treating people differently? And when I saw that, it just made me realize, like, all these human things we put in place, that put people on pedestals, is ridiculous, man. Deeper ones.
I realize a lot of stuff don't matter. Like, it actually doesn't matter. Like,
deeper ones.
Like, we come here, and then we do all this stuff to ultimately, for what? Like, for what? So what our recent unfortunate situation, like my friend passing away, taught me was that, and it's the same whenever anyone passes away, really, it's like, just do the most with the time that you have. And it doesn't mean for every day to be 100% productive. I fall into I wouldn't say it's a trap, but I fall into that thing of every day I want to just do as much as possible.
I think it is a trap.
And get as much as possible done. I fall into that all the time because I want to move as far as possible ahead, as fast as possible, right?
Yeah.
But then what Tay said in the car earlier connected with me because it's like you can have those days where you're kind of chilled out.
Yeah.
But then what you said, which I actually listened to in particular, was with your family, because I think that's important as well. Because I actually thought, okay, another thing, she's young. She was very, very young, and it's like we're that same age, so anything can happen to any of us at any given time. God willing, you know, we're all surviving for a very long time, but it means that like you need to communicate with your loved ones as soon as possible. You need to be around them. You need to like bundle we hold so many things to our chest, and we hold so many things in our heart that we don't even like. It's not even that deep. Like somebody, bro, it could be as deep as they didn't give you 5p when you wanted it. Yeah. 2 weeks.
Or they held you undelivered for a couple hours.
What I'm saying, but then
bro,
you don't know what's going on in their life. They might be dealing with something themselves.
Yeah, that's
Let me
too
jump
real.
in quickly. So
That's real.
I've got a cousin called Jordan. It's mad because you remind me of my cousin Jordan. Even look
Big
like
up Jordan,
him. It's
man.
mad. Big up Jordan. It's actually mad. I'm gonna show you a picture. You look looking like and move the same as well. It's mad.
Crazy.
But anyway, big up Jordan now. Yeah. Jordan, big cousin, growing up with him from young, basically, innit? Like from when I was first born, bare memories together. Grew up together. He got married recently. I'd say about 2 years ago. Yeah, got married, and he kind of just. He's one of these guys where he'll just pack up everything and just go. Like he ain't got no thinking time. When he wants to do something, he's doing it.
Yeah.
So he got married, short notice. Then he decided I'm moving out of the UK, short notice. Boom, he was gone, packed up, left.
Where do you live now?
In Martinique. He lives in Martinique.
Okay. Caribbean island.
Caribbean.
French
Yeah.
speaking, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, them geography, man. Yeah. So moved up to Martinique, and then he had a baby as well. So this has happened in like a year, basically. Yeah.
Oh, all of this?
About 2 years. No. Obviously they met each other from Asia, but them getting married, him moving country and having a baby, I'd say within a year and a half, 2 years.
I like that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Action, man, literally.
I like that.
But obviously, in that though, me and Jordan grew up together, and because he was so quick in making these movements, there was no real communication between me and him. Right. He didn't even tell me he was getting married. He didn't even tell me he was moving the country. Damn. And I found out he was having a baby when he was out there in Martinique already. Oh. Yeah. And that kind of hit me. He was like, you're meant to be my cousin. I didn't go to his wedding. That deep. Like, I didn't even go to his wedding.
Were you invited or did you not go?
I didn't get invited. But it was in the middle of COVID, so I'll give that to him. Yeah. But there was other people that went to the wedding and I didn't. Yeah. And that kind of touched me, and I thought, bro, like, you're my cousin, I grew up with you, like I look up to you as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. Grudge.
Yeah.
Then not only that, but he came back over here to London, I'd say like 2 months ago. And me and him's been speaking, obviously not as often, we speak like every month, whatever. He's been saying to me, listen, when I come over to London, we're gonna chill, we're gonna catch up, we're gonna vibe, boom, boom, boom. I said, cool, say no more. So he hit me up the day before, he came over to London, he said, listen to you, I'm gonna need some new trainers. If you got any trainers that you have, let me just rock with them. I said, no problem, I got some trainers I don't wear, you can have them. So now in my head, this is my moment where I'm gonna go link my cousin, give him the trainers, but I'm gonna chill with him. I haven't seen him in ages. So anyway, dropped in the trainers, it's late now. But then...
What kind of time?
About 10 o'clock at night. And I just left church as well. Picked up the trainers. You get me? Yeah, man. Going to see my cousin. I ain't seen him in maybe about a year. Thinking like, cool, I'm gonna drop in the trainers now.
You're excited?
Excited, bro. Do you get me? So then I've got down to the place where you're staying at, and whatever the case may be. And you know what? That's not a good time. That means something disconnected. Hold on.
So when you got these sounds look like
Bear sounds. Everything good though, sir?
My phone.
Was it not the...
We got that camera that's still up. Technical difficulties, people, yeah? We ain't shying away from it. This is what happens. This is the reels behind the podcast, mate. All four of us are podcast owners. What's up, God? You know what I mean? We ain't pausing, we ain't stalling, none of that. But yeah. Whilst we're in this outbreak, guys.
You might have to pause. Just talk. I'll get back into the conversation in a minute.
But yeah, man, like, life. Open your phone, we got enough topics there.
Yeah, we do still. I'm gonna get back on this topic here. Yeah, we just been flowing.
I said I'm gonna get back to that story in a second.
Please do, bro.
So what else
I'm hooked, man.
Oh, quickly, yeah. Threads or Twitter? Before you go, let me do this, yeah? I'm gonna say Threads or Twitter, and you just gotta pick one. So Threads or Twitter?
Twitter.
I'm a Threads man.
Okay, why is that? Oh, can I ask you? Why is Threads? Why Threads for you? Oh yeah, I haven't been on there in that time.
So how are you saying Twitter when you ain't even...
Because me and Tay were talking about money Twitter, man. And familiarity.
True.
Do you know about money Twitter?
I know about money Twitter.
Okay.
I know about the law of familiarity, so we just spoke about it. You know
Man, boy. Alright, let's go. We're back.
We'll touch on
We'll touch on
this
it,
full
yeah.
segment. You know,
I'm hooked on the story though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, very good storytelling still.
No, for real.
bro. So where was I? On my way to my cousin Jordan's house. Had the trainers in the car. Ain't seen them in about a year. So now I'm excited, innit? I got to the house, and you know when you could just see the energy's a bit off. So to give you some context, he's come over here to London, and the following day he's flown out to Ghana. Right, that's what I'm saying.
He did in Ghana.
His wife, his wife's from Ghana, so they're going to see her side of the family.
Right.
Hey.
So yeah, but I'm expecting I'm gonna go there, chill with my cousin Jordan. I ain't seen him in ages.
catch up.
Energy's off though, and I ended up staying inside the house for about 10-15 minutes.
His house or that house he was at?
Nah, the house that he's at over here in London. So I went over to see him. I was there for about 10-15 minutes, and it's like when I'm inside the house, you know, like the energy's not the same as what it used to be.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same.
Even your arms are crossed right now. That's body language.
It's mad body language, bro. It's mad. So then I left, and it's not even a thing where he asked me to leave. It's just like I could clock the energy, and it just felt like I'm not meant to be here right now.
Yeah,
You feel like you're forcing it?
Yeah, like I could just feel the energy.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Just for context, what I meant by arms closed off means like that's closed off kind of body language, innit?
Yeah.
Like you're closed off. You're trying to hold yourself, like kind of hugging yourself. kind
Yeah,
of
it's
thing.
mad. It's weird how you said that
Yeah.
still. But yeah, left the house, and I'm on my way back home, and I'm driving thinking to myself like, did I just get used? Like I just drove like an hour and a half, 10 o'clock at night to drop him trainers. I ain't seen him in a year. He's got married. He moved over to Martinique, didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Like, is he taking me for like a punk? Like, a mug? And he did tell me before I left, he said, listen, when he gets back from Ghana, he's gonna hit me up and we're gonna do something when he gets back. I said, cool, no problem. He's probably tired, innit? He's got a flight in the morning, cool. Bro, he came back from Ghana, came over to London. I didn't even know you touched back down to London. You didn't hit me up to see you back in London. And then he flew back to Martinique. Didn't shout man again. So I'm like, nah. Now in my head,
So it's violated.
now,
violation, yeah.
now in my head, like you're violating.
And that's confirmed.
Yeah, everything that it was before, it's not that now. It's the furthest thing from that now. That's what I'm saying.
That's
So
a
like,
shame still.
I'm like, raw, okay then cool. So that's what you've done. My birthday just passed, innit? You messaged me happy birthday and I ain't replied to your message, bro. Like, allow me, don't tell me happy birthday, bro. You get me? So I left his message there, and then he must have messaged me about 2 weeks after that. I opened it, I had it. I didn't even reply back to it. You know what I'm saying? And then he messaged me and he was like to me, like, I said happy birthday to you, know, bro. Like, is that why you're moving off? So he's thinking the reason I'm not speaking to him is because he didn't say happy birthday to me. He did. He thought I didn't see the message.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, and this is the whole reason I told this story is because of this moment here now. Yeah, I had a decision. It's either I bite my tongue and I hold that grudge because I feel like you violated me, and I'm not even gonna say nothing. Just fuck you, like just stay over there. Or I'm gonna tell you and I'm gonna speak to you. At the end of the day, you're my cousin, you're my family. I'm gonna squash this, and I decided to go down that route, innit? And it was a simple conversation.
That's a mature way to
and
go.
you know what's so mad? Yeah, where I'm breaking down the situation that's happened with him. This is news to him now because he's thinking in his head that we're cool. Like nothing, he hasn't violated because I haven't expressed it to him. innit? So he's thinking, he's thinking everything's cool, everything's fine. So when I'm breaking it down to him, I'm saying, Jordan, like me and you grew up together. You got married. I went at your wedding. You didn't tell me you was moving out of the country. I'm not your girl. You don't have to do these things, but it would be nice. Like,
I'm your
cousin.
family,
You know
bro.
what I'm
You
saying?
should do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then if we're gonna tell me we're gonna link up, be a man of your word and shout me. Even if we don't link up, let me know. You understand what I'm saying?
Simple communication.
And there was none of that. So then I opened up and I let it rip on him. Like there was no argument or no cussing, but I just told him the real.
Yeah.
And he said to me, Tay, do you know what? I respect that. Because there's a lot of people that probably hold the same type of grudges towards him, but won't say nothing. But then in his head, he's thinking everything's fine, everything's cool.
Because that's just how he moves. Like,
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So he apologized, boom, 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 we spoke. And now we're cool. Like he's coming back over it soon and we're going to link up. I hope. If you do that again, we're not G's. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I say all that to say this.
that still.
Like, you never know, like, touch wood, anything could happen to Jordan and Martinique. I'm not even there, I wouldn't even know. But now, me and him's on a good level. You understand what I'm saying? Like, obviously, we had our madness, but we're on a good level where if anything does happen, touch wood, I know that it ended on me and Jordan, there's love.
Good
between
terms.
us,
Good
understand what I'm saying?
terms. Good terms, bro.
So when it comes to like your mum, your dad, your brother, your friends, people that you work with, like if you feel something inside, just let it out, like say it, because what I found as well, when you hold a grudge, it hurts you more than it hurts them, which is mad. It hurts you more than it hurts them. Like I'm holding this and I've just got bare anger inside of me. I'm thinking, nah, fuck you, you're violating me. And really, it might not be that. You just had a newborn baby. Like, maybe he was just busy. Maybe he was just jet lagged.
Maybe he had bad mental health. Maybe he is something on the other half of the family that's not related to you.
Exactly.
Bare things, bare variables.
So I'm hurting myself. These times, Jordan's in Sonny Martinique, kick back on the beach. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's mad. So this is for anyone that's watching this here. Like, open your mouth. If you feel like there's like a problem inside of you, whether it's with anyone in your family, let that out, man.
That's so real, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Just one thing quickly I want to say, I rate the fact that you even said that now, One thing that I got told, and I'm pretty sure that it was my mum who told me, but I'm not 100% sure. Somebody said to me a few years ago, that when you're angry, because I used to be a very angry child growing up, when you're angry or you're resentment or you resent someone, it's like hugging a cactus tree because you're the only person who gets hurt. And that's an extension of what bro's saying now. So when he's bare angry at his cousin, he's thinking, you know, fuck Jordan, I ain't dropping him the shoes again. He better not shout me for nothing.
And the man took my good Giuseppe's, I gave him Giuseppe. I fucking know, he violated.
But at the end of the day, you're the only one who's there pressed about it, and he's living his life unaware of what's even gone wrong. It's literally like hugging a cactus for real.
When you were saying what you were saying, I was thinking not necessarily hugging a cactus, but you said you felt a type of way, right? You were holding that. So it's like holding something physically. When you hold something, what do you feel? You feel heavy. So you're walking around feeling heavy and you're holding something else from somebody else. So you're walking around heavy, that means your shoulders are down, like you feel down. You feel physically down, literally down. But you can actually give it away. You don't have to hold that. Well, go ahead, man.
Like, people feel like, well, I can't speak for everyone, but this is me. I feel like I'm good at compartmentalizing. Is that the word? Like,
that's the word.
Things, But I'm not, though. I'm not. So like, where I'm pissed off about this situation, I'm thinking it's not trickling into other parts of my life, but it is. You understand what I'm saying? So like, how I'm maneuvering. And even though, like, in the grand scheme of things, this situation isn't like the deepest thing that's going on in my life at the moment. It's not. I'm not thinking about it day to day. But in the back of my mind, like, subconsciously, it's just ticking in my head, like, rah, and then that's affecting business now. That's affecting how I communicate with Tanea, my mum, my dad, or how I operate at work. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's not just that situation, but you got to think about it. All of the situations you're going through. So this over here, that over here, that over here. You might have spoken to me a certain way. What? Who's talking to you? Like, these things in the back of your mind, it's like that kind of affects how you move day to day. But we feel like it's just that situation. It's over there, but it's not.
It's not.
That's so deep, man. You know what it is, You see the seed of unforgiveness. It manifests into other areas of your life. So if you're not forgiving someone in one area, best believe it will trickle to other areas too. Because unforgiveness is like a seed, and it causes havoc whatever it goes. You know, fungi,
Like a weed.
Like a weed, You see, like fungi, When there's 3 good fruit and there's 1 rotten fruit, all the fruits will come rotten. And that's what unforgiveness does. Or anything, jealousy, all these things here, they have seeds and they have seeds. And they go to other areas of your life too. Deeper ones, man.
Like mold, like how mold spreads. So that's fungi. How
mold
spreads.
Fungi, deeper ones, man.
I rate that though. And obviously, shout out to bro, because obviously I've seen the kind of journey, obviously, and knowing you for the past few years.
I know you're going this already, fam.
But just the fact that you was able to do that and say that on the pod, like, I rate that, bro. Like, I really do rate that, because I can see that shows a lot of growth in you. You know what I'm trying to say? So the way you handle that whole Jordan situation, bro, I respect.
Oh, you won't go where I was going, you know.
Well, I got where you're going.
I was gonna say big up to you, bro, because I always talk to you about this, bro. The way you've been taking your walk with Christ has been beautiful to see, bro. You've been intentional about that, man. And actually, you're showing it off too, bro, which is a beautiful thing to see, because you don't know you're impacted by doing that.
Bro, do you know what's mad, when you say showing it off, Like, you see, like, when you go to church and they say that you need to evangelize, or you need to, like, tell other people about Christ, whatever the case may be. I feel like you do, but everyone needs to do it in their own way. That's what I'm saying. So people from my church, like, they'll wear bright yellow jumpers and they'll go in the middle of Shepherd's Bush and they're preaching. That's not really my flex. That's not my flex. You know what I'm saying? Boy.
Well, no. That happened just now.
Carry on.
Very technical difficulty. That's
it happens,
though. It happens, man. It happens, man. But we're still flowing. That's what I'm saying. That's not really my flex, but my flex is doing it in my own unique way. I've got this platform, bro, and there's people that watch it. Best believe every single episode I said at least one thing about God.
You've been doing it,
and
bro.
if I haven't said it in an episode, like I always say, I wake up in the morning and I pray to God and I say, I hope that you use me in a way that when someone looks at my life, they see you naturally. Do you know what I'm saying? So through my journey, no matter what I'm doing, whether it's building this office and I'm documenting the process, building the business or whatever, like, I'm saying it now if you didn't know. Look at me, I know that this ain't me, you know. This is, I swear down, this isn't me. Like, it's coming from a different source.
Look at all of us.
They're all of
Same
us,
way,
man.
man.
All of us.
Deeper
All of us.
ones,
It's
same
a,
way,
it's a
man.
different source. And I think I said this to you one time as well. Like, every time I've tried to operate, without, this is like a lot of a pride thing. I always felt like I can do things by myself. Even now, it's mad, bro.
Well, it's the same thing as. No,
mad.
let me. I can start. But I want to take it to talk. Take the talk, man.
Like, I always felt like I don't need no one. I can do this by myself, and that kind of trickled out beyond humans. It's gone on to God now. Like, I'm here on earth, and I'm the director of my life, so I control my life. Innit? I don't need an external source to make sure that I get things done.
It's gone.
Yeah, so you just got this one. Yeah, cool. So yeah, I'm leaning on my own strength. I'm leaning on my own power. Every time I've done that, bro, I swear down, I'm tired, I'm drained, I'm confused, I'm lost. It's bare foggy, bro. I'm telling you now, yeah. The first, it's mad. I don't think I've ever shared this, but the first time, let me rewind quickly. So before I went to church, yeah, I used to say, I feel like there's something missing inside of me. Wow. It don't matter how much money I make, or how much girls I speak to, or what I achieve, what I do. I feel like there's always that gap. And I didn't know what that gap was, you understand what I'm saying? Like a hole, but I didn't know what it was, fam. Like, it was weird. I remember, like, I hit mad milestones. Like, I'll get popcorn. Like, I remember this vividly. Like, I got popcorn to wear my clothing brand. And even after that, like, that's one of the biggest dancehall artists in the world. I'm thinking, there's still something missing, bro. Like, there's still something missing. Yeah.
Brother's keeper, man.
And then, yeah, that first time that I went to church, yeah, and I stepped out of church, bro. Like, I felt like, it's mad, but I felt like I was full up. I felt like I just ate. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
weird.
so good, bro, man.
And I felt like, it's weird, bro. It's weird, it's weird. And I didn't even think that, even me going to church was an accident.
Wow.
And, like, I forgot what the quote they say at church. But basically it says that, don't think that you got yourself to church. God brought you to church. Understand what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm there, like, he chose me, I had to be there at that specific time. You know what I'm saying?
hear that
And that
specific
just,
thing.
exactly, bro.
That's so deep, man.
Yeah, like,
That's
God's
so deep.
been a different part of my life.
And bro, you know what you said there about how, like, you had a void? Bro, I can relate to that, man. Because you might know how I was beforehand. My life was a movie, man. I wouldn't call it the best movie, but it was a movie nonetheless, man. And there was just something missing, man. As I said, hearing these milestones, all these things, girls partying. Yeah, man, there's something missing, man. My life's lacking purpose. It's lacking direction. It's lacking real meaning. Spent time locked down. Spent time understanding who I was, because in my opinion, from my understanding, my school of thoughts, I couldn't understand who I was without him. The more I've done that now, the more I've been able to catapult. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence, man. We've all catapulted by us just spending more time, and I can't lie, all my success goes down to him, to be honest. That's why I'm so bold about it, because I know how it was like beforehand. And when you've been somewhere beforehand, you're like, rah, that's how life used to be. You're like, no, you don't want to go back there, man. That void, that God-filled void has now been closed.
And you know what it is? Like, I always thought, yeah, that this whole God thing is religion. I have to do these set things every day. I have to be principled. It's not that. Like, I learned in church, it's not religion, it's a relationship.
Absolutely.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So the same way I'll check in with Ty almost every day, and we'll speak, and we're building our relationship over the years. I've got to do the same thing with God. Understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta work, do your best to make sure that God's on your side and you're on God's side, if that makes sense. So it's not about, I've got to wake up in the morning and pray at this strict time. It's alright, cool. What type of relationship can I build with God? Am I making sure that when I wake up in the morning, I'm just giving thanks? Even if it's 2-3 minutes, I'm giving thanks. I'm grateful for the position that I'm in. Or like certain situations I go through, like, before I go through a situation, I won't do it openly, but I'll just pray quickly, just me and God speaking, and I'm not speaking in a different way. I'm speaking to him exactly how I speak to you guys, because God knows how I communicate. He's seen me throughout my whole life, so I speak to him, and I'll just ask for guidance in certain situations.
To anyone right now, is feeling a bit of a void, this God thing is not difficult. Like, as bro says, it's not a thing where you have to pray this time, bro. Simply, all it is you understanding yourself that you need help. That's it. We all need help, man. You asking for guidance, he'll come into your situation and you'll change your situation around. And the mad thing about God, right? He's seen the past, the future, and he's seen the past, the present, and the future. He knows best for you. He cares for you. And check this, right? Everything which you're going through right now in your life, he's been through it too. He's been through the fears, he's been through the anxieties, but he's gone through all of those things there. And check this, he came back again. he came back again. They didn't want to think, oh, that's not true. Many testimonials, especially people who weren't even Christians. So for me, to put my faith in somebody who's gone through all these pains and come back and look after my sins, that's someone who I trust.
Do you know what, yeah? I gotta keep it real as well, yeah? Because I know there's someone, and it's me, like behind that camera a few months ago that's watching this. I'm thinking, this God thing's long though, man.
3 months?
No, a couple months ago. I said a few months ago.
Oh, right.
Do you get me? So, I would even less than a year though, definitely less than a year.
Equals, bro.
It's like, I'm behind that watching this video and I'm thinking this God thing's long though. Like, I like to party. Like, I like to party. Like I like to be around girls. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's
I like to be around
exactly. That's just me. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I don't feel like it's a thing where when you get into Christ, like you need to completely change who you are. Because God's put certain things inside of you. But it's alright, cool. If I know naturally I like speaking to girls, cool. Like, how can I put that in a more productive way?
That's it, bro.
That pushes my agenda where I'm trying to go.
That's it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes you've got all of the tools you need, but you're just using them in the wrong way.
Well, let me talk on that real quick, yeah? Guys, once again, because I'm talking to myself a couple of years ago too, and I was like, I'm not on this thing here. Check this here. Every single gift you've been given is a gift from the one above. And you see a gift, right? You don't give a gift to your kids or give a gift to your family. You don't get a gift and keep it to yourself. The gift is for you to give to this world, right? So God's giving you gifts, and it's all about you. It's all down to you through His help to use in the right circumstances. So God's giving you gifts to use, right? And beforehand, like similar to yourself, I'm using my gifts in the complete wrong senses. But coming from both points of views, using my gifts in the wrong senses and using my gifts in the right senses, similar to Tay, similar to Jono, similar to yourself too, you can clearly see the benefits of using it properly. I used to use my gifts to move to girls. That wasn't getting me anywhere.
Well, David, you're teaching people how to do public speaking or just speaking in general. I'm pretty sure a lot of those foundational skills you got from speaking to girls. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, bro.
Exactly.
Storytelling, you're
and that's what I do. Exactly, and that's a prime example.
Outreach.
Exactly.
Lead generation, you know, like
exactly. And God's put that inside of you. Yeah. You were just putting it in the wrong direction. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All it is about just turning the direction.
Tweaking it, man.
Exactly. That's it. So I don't feel like, don't be afraid to do this God thing thinking you got to change exactly who you are. You don't.
It's a process.
You just got redirect. You know what I'm saying?
It's a process, man.
That's what I'd say. But let's get into something a bit more
light-hearted,
a bit more. Man, loosen up. We're talking about death and God and
let's loosen up, man. Deeper ones.
So I'm gonna go a bit lighter and I'm gonna probably come back in a bit. But we're in the trend cell office right now. Yeah. What's one trend that you guys are glad is over now? Like what's one trend that was happening, that was jumping, a lot of people are doing it, that you're glad is over or dying out? I'm gonna leave that to you lot. Let me know.
I don't even. I just said it to get duck. I'm not for real.
One trend which I'm happy is done now.
Yeah. Or a trend that it could be relevant right now, just a trend that you don't like at the moment.
What is a trend that I don't like at the moment?
Shall I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you know what I don't like?
Trend, go on.
Yeah, I don't like, you see when you're going through TikTok now and you're seeing all of these people, ice cream.
Oh my God.
Ice cream.
I didn't even think of that actually.
Like that is just,
have you seen
I'm going to get deeper as well on this one. I'm in my deeper bag, I'm not going to lie.
See that brother, that, I don't know his name, the one that was just going viral, everyone's resharing it and that. Black brother, from
everyone that don't know, there's a lot of people pretending like they're broken robots online.
NPC or something.
NPCs, like they're just on like Instagram or TikTok live and they're pretending like they're glitching out.
What?
So they'll just be saying like the same words. The microphone.
I know what it is. Like just before I came off of TikTok and all that, they were doing exactly that. Yeah. So like, say someone gave them a gift. The reason they did it is for gifts, so they get more money from TikTok lives, I believe. So when someone gives you a gift, it costs them a certain amount of money, a certain amount of pennies. So if they sent them like an ice cream, they would say ice cream and do some sort of weird movement, and people find it funny. So they send them like 10 ice creams. They do the same thing 10 times in a row, and I must have screen recorded one. It might be the guy that you're talking about as well. I must have screen recorded. I said, "Is this what's going on TikTok? Why am I on this platform? Like this is the stuff that's popping. This is the stuff that people are looking at."
You know what's
I didn't like it.
Go on, bro.
No, I just had that as a reminder of like this is what's going on.
For me.
Yeah, like if I ever think about going back to TikTok, I'll have a look at that video.
So me and you were speaking about this, the last time we filmed. This was off camera though, and I said this off camera, and I wish it was on camera because when I said it, I gave myself goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie, I gave myself goosebumps. But like, man are doing these things for money now, so they're literally on TikTok live and they're doing these things for money. Like they're chasing money. They're acting like a fool online that's gonna be there forever for the love of money now, yeah. And cool, money's good, money's great, and money can bless your life in a completely different way, yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that either.
Well, we'll touch on that. I don't
Wait,
believe
sorry,
in
say
that.
that again?
Money's the root of all evil.
Oh no, I don't believe in that.
We'll touch on that.
I can say the whole
Myron
Golden.
I already
Wait,
know,
I ain't
man.
saying I'm just throwing that out.
No, I hear it.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it.
We'll talk. But anyway, to get to my point quicker, because sometimes I go around a mad loop. I feel like, just imagine for a split second now, you guys and everyone inside this room, just imagine you're God for a couple seconds now, and you zoom out of life, and you're in the sky, wherever, and you're looking down at your kids, innit? You're looking down at your kids, and your kids are running around your earth and they're doing bare different things. Bearing in mind, like we said a minute ago, God's put different type of tools inside of you. Do you know what I'm saying? Different tools where there's guys building skyscrapers, there's guys that's inventing cars, building schools. You've got that creative power inside of you now, Just imagine you're God and you're looking down and you're seeing something that you've created, Ice cream. Like, just imagine that, bro. Like, and I believe anyway, obviously, I don't know what else is out there in the world, but I feel like we're the highest form of creation, innit? Like, there's creatures that walk on the world. Like, there's the horses and the dogs. There's creation. Like, there's the stars, the skies, and whatever's, and then there's creators, and we're creators. We're put here to create things.
But we've been put to have dominion, bro. Dominion means to dominate.
So imagine you zoom out, you're God now, and you're seeing your youth just doing these dumb things,
dumb shit, and not using the skills that they've been brought here to do.
And even as a father,
wasting it for
a father or a parent, and you're looking at your kids and you're saying, "What are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing?" And you can see them on the net doing this.
Do you know like the power that you've got inside of you, but you decide to go on TikTok and
it must be painful as well.
No,
you see, I know what you've got inside of you, but you're not actually utilising.
Just imagine
that so much as well.
I'm not even gonna talk on it.
No, talk. I'm always talking about passion there, bro.
I'm always talking about like death, bro. It's mad. But just imagine you die now, you meet God, and God say, "Listen, with these X, Y, and Z things that I put inside of you,
this is what
you could have been the next king of this country, but you decided to be a TikTok fool." Do you understand what I'm saying? Like imagine that. Like imagine now your life's over with. You can't go back and redo it. And he's showing you could have done this. You know, like you could have made this impact.
No take twos, man.
But anyway,
One take Jake.
Anyway,
I ain't got off the top of my head. I ain't got another trend, but that I just feel like society now is just, as the years progress, it's almost like a lower vibration and frequency that everyone's on. For example, the fact that that's even a trend to use minimal levels of brain power to just get a reaction from people by just doing dumb shit, I think we can all agree, Or like the Mizzy guy, no discredit to him as a person, but the acts, for example, low vibrational stuff that gets clout, and that moves on to the next thing, What's your opinion on people like not even dying for clout? Do you think, let me ask you this actually, spanning in the works here. Do you think that people who have bought a blue tick are doing things like that for clout?
Good question. Let me start.
I want you to start.
Yeah. So I bought a blue tick, right? Yeah. And the reason why I had too many fake accounts. Okay, so one of my
man there just famous and just getting people recreating them and reposting.
One of my young boys got scammed.
How much? Money.
I don't want to say that about.
You want to say
his whole summer savings, his own summer was gone. Like all the money he had for summer was gone.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I can't lie.
And you must have felt a type of way because he looked at that person and said, "Oh, this is Rob, so I'm safe."
I'm about to say that I wouldn't feel bad.
What?
I don't think I feel bad, you know.
For someone who thinks that that's a young boy,
bro.
Oh, a young boy.
He's like 18, bro.
No, bro. You're an adult at that point, bro. I was talking about 15.
No, but it's accountability. I don't know about not feel bad, but you gotta kind of take accountability.
Bro, it's always quiet to you on the phone, bro. You're looking like
at the end of the day.
No, I hear that.
At 18, you're in my eyes, you're man, innit? You gotta take your due diligence, innit? If you've gone out there and you put money in this account without checking or whatever the case may be, that's on you. Like, I can't lie. I'd feel sympathy, but I wouldn't feel bad. I'd be like, come on now, like, do you know what I'm saying?
That's the sympathy and
both angles.
Yeah.
So you couldn't empathize. You couldn't. Sympathy is when like you've broken your arm, and I'm like, damn, John. I hope you heal soon.
You would hit my arm off.
Hit your arm. Yeah, that's a bad example. But I'd be like, I feel for you. Yeah. Empathy is, damn, John, last year I also broke my arm. I really know what that feels like to be in this. Yeah, literally. Yeah. So you couldn't empathize because Tay's, in this example, Tay's never been scammed, I don't think. So you couldn't empathize anyways.
But is that true?
I don't think I'd feel the sympathy, man. I don't know.
You didn't answer the question though. You've been scammed.
What was the question? What was the question?
Have you been scammed before?
Oh, have I been scammed? No. I thought you said.
Sure?
You know what I mean?
I'll start into a different question still. I ain't been scammed before.
Put the comments below if Tate's been scammed.
That's a clip, fam.
That's so
yeah,
funny.
blue tick.
Yeah, so my uncle got scammed.
That's
innit?
why you got the tick.
And then other people were just getting like, he was just harassing them. He calls them violence. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is brilliant. My brand now. Cause how is man using my brand to make money? True. Nah. I can't be doing this anymore.
But then, bro, like, I can't lie. I hear that. That's a unique reason, yeah. But as a whole, I don't really agree with the whole. So you pay for the blue tick.
Yeah, I pay for the blue tick.
Bro, I don't agree with that still. I understand you've got people trying to scam and make a check off of your name and a reputation you've built, but just within the action itself of paying for a blue tick to get I will see it like a full sense of security, just so people can see this is the verified Rob, so I hold them onto a better standard compared to R0B.Clutzy.
See, that's it. That's the thing, bro. Because I'm always understanding. I'm always speaking to understand rather than to speak, right? And I'm hearing that what you're saying. The reason why I bought a blue tick potentially is for people to put me in a higher standard. For me, that's not my reasoning, bro. My reasoning is for my brand to not be messed with. It's not. I couldn't care less about the credibility because I don't even care about the blue ticks, bro. Yeah. Simply, I care about people not being scammed on my name, because ultimately, that's my brand. Imagine people say, "Oh yeah, one fake guy who used my name got scammed, like was scamming bad people."
I hear it still.
It is bad for the brand. It's bad for the brand.
There's utilization as well, like what you can actually do with a blue tick. I believe that when you have a blue tick, you come to the top of people's DMs. So let's say, for example, you're doing outreach. So you were doing outreach, you become to the top of people's DMs. So there's utility for these kind of things, right?
Yes.
Do you know me? Yeah. So I hear that. I'm listening to understand, and I hear your reasons why based on your situation as a whole. Taking aside Rob's situation, looking at blue tick and paying for it, I don't really agree with it. Still, I just feel like we live in a society now where people are buying their worth, and like clout perception is reality. Everyone's all tapped into their phones. Them,
bro. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, bro. Yeah. But if perception is reality, then why would you not play the game? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if perception is reality, perception is the new reality. Yeah. So however you're perceived is the reality that people look at you as. Yeah, but why would you not play
it's
that
not
game?
real, bro. Like, why do I have to pay?
Because that's the new reality.
Let me land. Why do I have to pay $9.99 a month just so people can see? Oh yeah, I am that guy.
Because that's the reality of how we're living now.
Fairs.
You know what I'm saying?
Fairs, that's society. But me personally, and I say this now, who knows what could happen tomorrow? It might be, you know what I mean, by the deluxe edition, bro, get 2 ticks or some shit. But right now, I don't really agree with that shit still. Okay. And I couldn't see myself. Nah, man. Like, I feel like people buy, even like, nah, man, I just don't agree with it.
Even like what? You're gonna
like, you know, Snapchat Plus Premium.
I don't even know what that's about.
I don't buy that shit either, bro. Like, people, I know it's slightly different, but like, people pay Snapchat Plus and they can have the little star shit right next to their names. Nah, bro. I'm laughing because I just find it dumb, innit?
I would never get a blue tick. I would not go a blue tick unless they gave it to me.
That's fair enough still.
Or so I wouldn't go a blue tick unless I had to, or unless they gave it to me. That makes sense. So I would have got it if I got it, or I would have got it if people's financial situation was now jeopardized through my name.
I think there's a damn bump. I feel like there's man that's grafted to get those blue badges, and now there's people that can just buy them. Like, I feel like the paid ones need to be you need to have a red badge.
Agreed.
Purple one.
Agreed. Because imagine that I've grafted now. I'm an actor,
or at least a light blue. You know what I mean?
And it took me long to get here, and now random Adam has bought the same badge as me. It's that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Real life.
Make it like
and
a red.
Does it hold the same weight now as well? That's another argument because I hear like yours is quite a unique situation, but someone who is a rapper, let's say, and has been doing waves, connected with all these people and got into the industry radio scene, so they're verified, been in a couple of newspapers, then got the blue tip because they can verify it's him. He's had to go through a whole process, whereas, again, put your situation aside, another person has created an account, got 500 followers and been like, yeah, $6.99, can't pay that.
I've got a question.
Amanda says,
would you rather...
Yeah, it's gonna be a deep.
Would you rather be verified online or verified in real life?
Real life.
Real life?
Real life.
Talk to me. Real life?
Real life.
Yeah. But what's that look like though?
What does that look like? Okay, what does that look like to you? Because you answer very quickly.
Being verified in real life is like having a strong presence amongst my peers and social group, and I have a strong network, and people already know that I'm a trusted and verified person in my select field, rather than them going onto my social media and saying, oh, he's got 30k on TikTok, now he's a somebody. They will see me based off my in-person interaction and say I hold him to a certain worth, rather than me having to buy that worth through a blue tick. That's what that looks like to me still. I'd say in real life.
If I had you know, I think we had this question. You spoke about this before on the podcast. Like, if you had a superpower, I think beforehand I said something dumb. I said some dumb shit like fly or something stupid.
I don't think that's dumb.
I think it's dumb.
I don't think
like all the things you could do. I think it's dumb. You know one of my ones would be able to do, like, automatically be able to network with anyone in the world. Like when you said verified, like when you said would I rather be verified on socials or in real life, I feel like verified in real life is being able to walk into any room and kind of just get what you want out of that room, if that makes sense. Like, let's just say, for example, small example, but you need to get backstage somewhere, and because of who you are and what your name is, you can walk straight through the back of that with no security, no nothing. I feel like that is verified in real life, and if I had that ability to do that, like, I feel like the world's your oyster now, but that's literally, you got a free pass to anything. Like, for example now, little story, Ty, you know about this, but you guys know Byron Messiah. Taliban's,
My island.
I always said to myself, since he popped up, I said, listen, I need to get him wearing trendsetter. I got popcorn to wear trendsetter. I'm gonna get Byron to wear trendsetter. I did. I did. Well done, you guys are gonna see this real soon. He's been rocking up. You're gonna see some pictures coming real soon.
Amazing.
That was literally in the past couple of days, literally.
Amazing.
But in order for me to get there, like, I had to go through like a back door and like I'll tell you guys the story. So I went to Box Park, Wembley now,
I saw you there. Oh yeah, you were there at the front, wasn't you?
Yeah. So I literally found out about that.
What's happening at Box Park Wembley?
So yeah, like was it his event or something?
No, so there was just an event there, and Byron came as like a artist just to literally be there for 2-3 minutes and then go. He performed 2 songs and kept it moving. I found
crazy how fast he's blowing up, and he's just
it's mad. Sorry, in and out, just quickly, crazy. In and out.
Fly to London as
well.
So
my boy,
where's he from?
St. Kitts.
St. Kitts.
Because that's why,
Is he here for carnival times?
He was born in Jamaica, but lived his whole life in St. Kitts, isn't
Yeah. Dope.
How do you blow up like that?
To be fair, he's been doing music for time. Like, I follow all these little small like SKN vibes pages, like these little St. Kitts meme pages, and I'm seeing videos circulating of him like 15 doing like fetes and shit like that in St. Kitts.
Oh wow!
A fet is like a.
It's like a street parties?
Street parties.
Like a festival kind of thing. Yeah, like a, not festival, but like a celebration.
Yeah, celebration. And he'd be like rapping there or like on stage there.
Was he called back then?
Well, I've only seen like little 10-second snippets, and he was alright still, but he wasn't by on my side today. Obviously, we all start somewhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
So I found out about him performing at Box Park literally an hour before. My boy Cardo shouted me. I said, listen, Byron's performing down here. I know you want to get him some bits and pieces. This is your opportunity.
Big up your boy, man. That's good.
Friends,
we'll touch on that.
Exactly, we'll touch on that. So I said, let's make it happen, man. Obviously, I don't know anyone connected to Byron. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I've gone down there with a bag of trendsetter, and me being me, I know I'm going to get to him some way or somehow. So faith, consistency, hard work again. So cool, I walked into there now, and it just so happened I got there 5 minutes before Byron Messiah was performing. So already that was luck, because he performed for 2 minutes. Favor, exactly, favor, bro. So now listen to this now. So I get to the front of the car. From my snap, it might have looked.
How do you get to the front like that?
Bro, I wasn't at the front, like, it's mad. So
you're tall, to be fair, so did look.
So like this, this is like the stage area, Like the stage area is here. I'm on the side of the stage area. So the whole performance here, I'm on the side. And now I'm at the point where Byron's walking out into the main area, so I'm seeing his whole entourage coming out, walk past me and go on the stage. I'm not even a part of the crowd, innit? I'm thinking, damn, I don't know how I'm gonna get to Byron now. I said, what I need to do now, I need to speak to at least one of his people in his entourage, pattern of him, and then I'll get through. Do you guys know the rapper Suspect? OTB?
Oh yeah.
He's there now. I'm speaking to the Suspect like he's my guy, like he's time. Sus, we say you're not jumping on the stage and shelling.
Do you know him?
No. I don't know him, but this is just my way to make sure that I pattern with someone on this team. So I'm saying, we say you're jumping on the stage. He said, no, they're gonna have to pay me for that. I said, that's true. Like, you can't be doing stuff for free out here. I'm speaking to him like he's my friend. Anyway, he's performing. I tried to sneak into the crowd. The security guard said, you don't have a wristband, buddy. You're not coming in. It's not happening.
You got a wristband?
Exactly that. So I'm thinking, damn. So now Byron's finished performing, he's coming off the stage now. I'm seeing Suspect walk in, Byron's come off the stage, they've gone backstage now. And it just so happened, as a favour again, a fight broke out backstage. And I'm thinking, okay, there's a fight.
What was the fight?
What?
A beat man getting boxed up in the head.
Man was just like grabbing up each other and you effing this and you effing that. But guess what? I saw this as an opportunity now. Like, man, are fighting. This is my time. I slid right into the fight. So now I'm literally, Jimmy screeched past the security. I'm backstage and I'm in this crowd of people backstage and they're all fighting and pushing and you're this, you're that, you're this.
Can we pause right there, please? What you just demonstrated is focus. Because so many people on their journey, whatever they're doing, right, they're going to wherever they're going, they have that faith to get to where they're going, but they get distracted by the fights that are on that journey. And then they'll be like, oh,
Deeper ones.
Wow, let me record this. But you were saying, oh, okay, this is my opportunity. Now I can go and still go for the goal that I came
my way in.
for.
You know, deeper ones.
And that's favour. Like, what's the chances of a fight? Like, when do you ever hear of a fight happening backstage and someone from not even the crowd can just like Jimmy screech in and get back door? Like, that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got back there now. Everyone's fighting. I'm in the corridor, just blending in like I'm a part of them. Yeah, and then
like it's supposed to be.
Moving like decoration.
Exactly. You know, I'm there. I'm like, what's going on? Like, boom, boom, boom. And then Byron must have walked out backstage. Now he's ready to go. And so was
before he performs.
No, after.
So ready to leave.
Yeah, ready to leave now.
Right.
He's ready to go because he literally came there for 5 minutes, perform and keep it moving. So Byron's walked out now. He's outside. He's gone to a Sprinter van and I've seen Suspect. But because I built out that rapport of him already, I went up to Suspect and I said, listen, this is my clothing brand Trendsetter. I'm trying to get Byron some pieces. Bro, I beg you just do me a favour and just give it to Byron. Just do that for me. He looked at me and said, bro, what are you talking about, man? You go and give it to him yourself, he's there. I said, what? All right then. He was like, I'm going to drive down to him, to follow my car and give it to him. I said, cool. Just get me. So as I'm walking down there.
Did you give Suspect anything?
No, that's gonna. I'll tell you about that.
Right.
He was vexed about that as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But that will come. I was meant to link him today. Actually, that's mad. I was meant to link him today.
You tell him though.
Yeah.
Good. Why?
Give it to yourself.
No, did you just deep the connection?
Do you know what I said? I said to you. Did you tell him that you couldn't see him today? The reason why I said that was because of your cousin,
Jordan,
who didn't tell you.
Yeah.
That's why I have to make sure you did that.
See when the shoes on the other foot, bro.
You see it?
That's mad.
It feels difficult. Isn't it?
It's mad.
See what I'm saying?
And I didn't message him.
Oh, you didn't message him?
I didn't message him to say no, I can't make it today.
See?
And it's the exact. You know what I'm saying?
And you didn't think it's a problem.
Yeah,
you weren't even thinking.
And now he's gonna think, wow, you said he was gonna shout me Friday.
He might be watching this right now having a grudge.
He might be filming a podcast right now, talk about you.
It's true. It's true. It's mad.
I take Trendsetter, man. What's going on, bro?
It's deep. It's real. You see how everything comes around full circle.
So, bro, your assignment after this today, bro, is to message him saying say, bro,
This happened.
This happened.
But I got you on.
Yeah.
And actually turn up.
As soon as we finish this podcast, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, man.
I wish that phone weren't recording.
Shout out Suspect, man.
Shout out Suspect, because he gave me the alley-oop. So then,
Big up you, bro.
followed him over to Byron Messiah, and then Suspect whined on his window. He said, yo, this guy's trying to give you some clothing or whatever the case may be. Spoke to Byron, dapped him up, boom, this is my clothing brand Trendsetter, this is for you, Gave him the bag, he said love for that, and I kept it moving. After that,
Did you get videos?
I did it, it was so quick, it was so quick in and out.
That's a seed.
You know what I'm saying? The seed's there now. There you go.
My faster that.
And I just said, listen, I'm gonna leave it to God, innit? And the next day was today. Ty sent me a voice note from his cousin. I'll play the voice note.
Whose cousin?
Yeah, I'll play the voice
Who's
from
cousin?
my cousin.
Ty's
So for
cousin.
context, I got a cousin, my big cousin, and he has he does personal shopping on the side, like a side hustle, and he's connected with like quite a lot of like UK rappers and stuff, Suspect, etc.
Oh, dope.
Delivers them like designer garments. And then long story short, he sent me this voice note today. Make sure it's the right one, bro. If I get this up in chat.
If you snap it, I just can't. I just remember that.
Ain't that.
Yo, does your brother realise that fucking Byron Massa, fucking Taliban youth, fucking is wearing his shit?
Yeah, the man talking. Man isn't by myself. But what he was trying to say is that he had someone. Sorry, take on the story. He had someone on his Snapchat story who was a rapper or in that kind of industry who was with Byron Messiah. Ted would have been yesterday, and Byron Messiah was wearing the flash only top that was in the bag that Tay gave him.
It's mad, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad. And that was literally
You're
just
operating
for
on
me.
faith, bro.
100, bro. 100. Like, that's exactly how I operate my life, bro. Like, I went there and I didn't have no way in to get to my man. And now he's rocking my top, bro. You understand what I'm saying? It's mad. It's mad.
Byron.
You know what? Thing is about opportunity, yeah. Opportunities are always there, but the only people that get those opportunities are the people that are looking for them, and the people that have enough. Oh, is that it there?
Yeah, look. So this is that's literally. Oh, that's the flash energy. Yeah. That's obviously Oxford Street, whatever. Wow.
Who's that person?
It's just one of his friends or something.
Yeah, but that's the top still.
And it's so mad because when he went that day, he went to record at BBC with Shaggy. You see that guy? It wasn't me.
Yeah. He's wearing that.
He's wearing that with Shaggy on BBC.
Yeah,
so I'm just waiting for that content.
Yeah, you're gone still.
That's what I'm saying. So it's mad how
Been
things
gone.
work.
Been gone. The world's just catching up, bro.
Research, man.
Research,
I'm being trendsetter, my boy. Trust me.
Yeah, man.
Cash, man.
So that's exactly what I said. Where I said like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, this isn't me, innit? Like, this isn't me, like them getting into a fight and whatever. Come on, you know about cash, man. But yeah, like it's God operating, so it's faith, still 100%.
Yeah, nah, faith, hard work, man. You know what, yeah? When it comes to, I don't know what I'm even saying. I don't know what I'm saying, man. I don't know what I'm saying.
Life, bro.
Yeah, when it comes to life.
Man, them, quickly, I feel like we should do some push-ups.
I'm on that.
Yeah.
Get the energy. It's late at night. I feel like let's get some push-ups in.
that still.
What we say? Last person weapons.
I'm saying.
How many?
Why are we doing that?
I'm saying a young 50.
50, yeah.
50.
I'm talking fast.
I'm saying 50.
No half push-ups because no
range of motion. It's like this.
Brother, the last time man's doing. I swear down, man. Me, you, bro. This guy's massive, bro. Push up like this, bro.
Are y'all ready?
Let's get the energy right,
50,
man.
yeah?
50.
Let's make sure.
Wait, 50 pounds.
50 push-ups.
50
bro.
push-ups.
Hey, last person weapons.
Nah, it's not a race thing.
No, because the thing is, you know you're gonna win, bro.
And everyone individually has to count. Your own pace, but you got to do.
We're gonna have to line up here still.
Yeah, cool. We got to
We
move
fit.
because where's T?
Well, I fit.
Sorry.
We're good. Yeah, man. I got holes in my top.
What podcast you know that you do push-ups in the middle of the episode?
That way.
You say it's ready, yeah?
Yeah, let's go, seeing this.
We can see you. We can be seen. You ready?
Let's
yeah?
go. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 24, 25, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That is it, man.
Bow.
Come on, lad. Whoa. Yeah.
Down 50.
Come on, man. That is it. Get the energy right. Hope the man them pulls in the sleep inside the building.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
What's next, man? I think that's the wrap up still.
Consistency and hard work.
Literally.
That way.
Come on, man. Listen, before we wrap up here, man, I need to pull out the chairs again. Just tell them one gem. And what we're gonna do?
Oh, so we don't need to, or we do need to?
Nah, we don't. Leave the chairs, man. We're gonna wrap up now anyway. What we're gonna do? One gem. I'm gonna throw you guys a letter. Any letter in the alphabet.
Ooh.
You need to tell me a gem that's associated with that letter now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
John, go first.
For it. Jay. Since your name starts with J.
Joy.
Joy. Chat to
Joy,
them.
man. Joy is forever. Happiness is temporary, man. Always search for joy.
Strong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you Q. Nah, that's a good one, man.
Okay, Q. Don't think about the quantity of the life. Think about the quality of the life.
Okay.
Jerry, still.
Rob, I'm gonna give you O.
Opportunities come when you take the first step.
I like that one. I got T. P.
Damn. Make sure that you're led by purpose.
PurposeLed.
Yeah.
Energizer Pod.
I'm gonna give him like an exercise.
I thought that was hard still.
Yeah,
We're out, man.
What?
Boom.
I feel pumped, bro.
I like that.
Yeah, bro, that was a